Let's be real for a second. The world is changing so fast, it feels like the ground is shifting right under our feet. And because of that, the old playbooks for what it means to be a great leader, they're basically obsolete. So we're going to dive into what the new rulebook actually looks like in this age of AI. So I've got a question for you, and I want you to really think about it. Is the way you lead built for the world we used to live in, or is it ready for what's coming next? It's a huge question, because honestly, the future is already here. And this slide just nails the biggest change of all. You know, it wasn't that long ago that just having information gave you the upper hand. Information was power, but now we're all drowning in it. Information is everywhere. The new power, the real currency for leaders today, is clarity. It's the ability to cut through all that noise and find the one thing that actually matters. So let's start with what it's even like to lead in this AI era. It's kind of a strange paradox, right? Our technology is getting unbelievably smart, but a lot of people are feeling more disconnected and, frankly, more confused than ever. This new world has a totally unique set of challenges. For starters, AI is getting so good that it's taking over all the routine stuff our brains used to do. Then there's the info overload problem. We have tons of data, but almost no real clarity. And maybe the biggest one, you see so many leaders who look super successful on the outside, but on the inside they feel lost. The old leadership models just weren't built for any of this.
So what's the answer to all this chaos? Well, it calls for a completely new kind of leader, a new model that's actually designed for today's world. Let's talk about what it means to be a psychotech leader.
A psychotech leader is someone who brilliantly weaves together four really powerful areas to drive real, meaningful change in people. It's this amazing fusion of inner work and outer results, of ancient wisdom and cutting-edge tech. Let's break down the four pillars that make this whole thing work.
First up is psychology. Think of this as understanding the human operating system, getting a handle on our own mindsets or beliefs and all the hidden patterns that are secretly running the show. This is the deep inner work.
Next, of course, is technology. This is all about using the incredible tools we have now, like AI and automation, to not just be more efficient, but to actually multiply our impact and free up our brains to think about bigger, more creative things.
The third pillar is consciousness. Now, this isn't some out-there concept. It's really about tapping into timeless principles to build a solid foundation of purpose and ethics. It's your inner compass that makes sure you're heading in the right direction for the right reasons.
And finally, we've got strategy. This is where the rubber meets the road. It's the practical, get-it-done part of the equation, using solid frameworks and systems to turn all that big vision into something real.
Okay, so we know what a psychotech leader is, but the big question is how? How do you actually become one? Well, the transformation happens in three really powerful layers.
And the key here is that it's a process that builds from the inside out. You have to start with inner engineering, mastering your own mind. Then you move on to external leverage, using technology to become a more powerful version of yourself. And finally, you wrap it all in strategic execution, using systems to get amazing results time and time again.
All right, let's get even more practical. How does all this theory actually turn into a toolkit you can use? Think of it like a massive software upgrade for your leadership brain. So this entire framework is built on 108 distinct leadership traits. And I know what you're probably thinking. Whoa, that sounds like a lot to remember.
But here's the brilliant part. You don't have to. To make it super practical and easy to use, those 108 traits are organized into just 9 clear strategic clusters. This is what makes the whole system click.
And you can see them all here. They really create a complete roadmap. It starts with you, with things like self-mastery, and then builds outward to skills like execution and productivity, all the way up to the big picture, growth, impact, and legacy. But if there's one part of this whole system that's the real secret sauce, the absolute game changer, it's this 7th cluster, the Psychotech integration traits. This is where the human and the machine really start to work together in a new way.
I mean, just think about the skills in here. We're talking about data-driven intuition. That's learning to trust your gut, but a gut that's been supercharged with real data. Or developing an AI collaboration mindset, where you see AI not as a dumb tool, but as a creative partner. It even includes skills like attention engineering, which is the art of protecting your focus in a world designed to distract you, and digital minimalism, to consciously choose your tech. This is what leadership actually looks like now.
So at the end of the day, what does this all boil down to?
It's really about one powerful idea. It's time to upgrade your own human operating system. I absolutely love this quote from Anupam Sharma, the guy who architected this system. He says, "Human potential is not limited by capability, but by conditioning." And that's it, right? The whole point is to break free from the old programming that's holding you back. And that's the ultimate takeaway here. The real challenge today isn't just about keeping up with all the new gadgets and apps. The real work and the biggest opportunity is in consciously upgrading ourselves to meet this new world head-on.
So I'll leave you with one final thought to chew on. If you were an operating system, your mind, your habits, your skills, what would be your next upgrade? What's the one new feature you need to install to become the leader you're meant to be?